I have 90 minutes to beat Halo Combat Evolved on Legendary. I've spent the last few months learning to speedrun this game, and right now have a best segmented time of 1 hour and 26 minutes. But I want to push my limits with an even bigger challenge. A challenge that'll secure us a spot as one of the top 50 speedrunners for Halo CE Legendary. 1 full game playthrough in 90 minutes. I'm Immortan Bill, and today you're my war boys. Witness me as I speedrun Halo CE Legendary in 90 minutes. I'm gonna be honest, in all my time playing this game and practicing this speedrun, I haven't once completed a full game playthrough. I feel like that just sounds blasphemous to say. Before we get started, we need a baseline time to work with, so no matter what happens, we will not reset until we have a full game completion. The Pillar of Autumn is the most straightforward and simplest level in the game, but that does not mean I'm any good at it. There's only a few moments that can give you trouble. Jumping over this barricade and praying the grunts don't light you up immediately, then throwing a bunch of plasmas and dodging any chain reaction explosions, and getting to this hallway where hopefully you don't miss your overcharge and have enough plasmas to get by. Luckily, I finished up with a 508, and that's all I can really ask for. The level Halo can be a real mess, and that's all because of Marine aggro and drop skip. In this area, our goal is to kill every Marine we can find with grenades. If you kill 5 out of 6 Marines, you get a dialogue skip that saves about 30 seconds overall, but more importantly sets up drop skip. Now the first ship is simple. You stick the 2 elites, throw a frag, and look for some extra nades. But now let's talk drop skip. If you kill the enemies from the 2nd and 3rd drop ship quickly enough, you can skip a ship from spawning in. And even though it sounds easy, I still don't get this trick done consistently, and it's just a major factor in knocking off time for this level. But how do you know if you did drop skip correctly? If this ship spawns in, you didn't. And if it just skips to the final one, then you did. Regardless, we finished up the waves by the 5-minute mark, and that's really not so bad. The rest of the level is easy. Warthog fling and kill the Marines, get the Marines in combat and then kill them, then run over some Covenant and get in the Pelican to finish the level. We finished in 12 minutes and 41 seconds. Not good, but also not the worst. Have to be completely honest here. Truth and Reconciliation should have been an instant reset, but we're committed. We got off the beach slowly, slowly, and then had a stroke during the grav lift waves. These waves should be quick. If you have the timing right, you can wipe out each wave in 1 nade and 1 snipe, but as you can see, that just was not happening. But we still have plenty of time to save through TNR's biggest trick, belly skip. The basic setup is to throw 5 grenades total, get into position on the Wraith's wing, and when it blows up, you clip inside, setting up a jump that launches you into the ceiling. Sounds easy. Boy, I tell you, it is not. Our first problem is this absolute idiot. Since he went and blew himself up, the checkpoint triggered early, spawning the first of 10 waves of Covenant. Our second problem, I'm awful at the game. So Cortana, do me a favor. Start the counter. Once outside the map, it's not as simple as, oh, I'm just walking along the floor. There's no problem here. We're walking along very specific lines, meaning one wrong step and the trick is ruined. How does that even happen? Six minutes to do belly skip. But wait, there's more. The quad nade stack wasted even more time because I'm Trash City. From there, we just need to free keys, get through the hallways, and keep keys alive. It's a good thing that's really easy, right? What are you guys doing?
No.
A 20-minute TNR. Please forgive me. Our Marines are overwhelmed and need our help. It's a good thing we've arrived just in time. Nope. Making a left. Sorry, fellas, not our business. Luckily, there's a random Warthog waiting for us that we use to splatter some Covenant in the way, and Warthog fling ourselves through a door that's meant to be locked. From there, you can skip even more of the level with a careful drop by nicking the corner of this ledge and then doing it again. This sets up the trick that got me hooked on Halo speedrunning, the stick stack.
Interesting. I underestimated the Covenant's understanding of Halo subsystems. Lock the doors, and we don't have enough.
Unfortunately for me, that trick took like 13 tries, so am I even getting any time save here? The rest of the level's a waiting game as we get picked up by our Queen Foe Hammer and finish the level with a 625. Assault on the control room is one trick, and that trick is Banshee teleporting. But you're not supposed to have a Banshee on this level, so how are you going to beat it in 5-ish minutes? Simple. If I stand right here in Aura Farm, this elite will have no choice but to immediately exit his Banshee. We fly through the rest of the level until it's time to set up our Banshee teleports. I normally line up the top of the Banshee reticle with one of these horizontal lines on the floor, melee these two spots, hold right, and boom, teleported. One more teleport spot and same thing. 2 melees in 2 different spots, hold right, teleport. I know I'm not the fastest here, but for being the 5th level in the run where you have to do trick after trick in succession, I'll take a 6-minute level. 343 Freaky Spark is one of my favorite levels, and it has also completely ruined my life. Things start off business as usual. You kill some grunts, you get into position, and you try to do the jump. But this jump isn't as simple as trying to get to a higher level. If you jump too high, you'll land on the 2nd floor. If you jump too early, you'll bump your head. You need to time this jump so your character jumps into the ceiling. But this is where disaster struck. I couldn't do the jump consistently. But even worse, after getting onto the other geometry, I couldn't figure out how to get through to the reveal room. What followed was minutes on minutes of attempts and fails while watching the time quickly tick away. At this point, I'm glad my TNR was so bad, because if not, I'd be losing my mind. After about 4 minutes, we finally make it to the other side, completing the trick called Reveal Skip. The only bright side, there's no way I'll be messing up this trick again. That's too much practice. The rest of the level is straightforward. Get back to the swamp, stay alive, and after we snipe these sentinels, we finish a little bit short of the 10-minute mark. The library has a pretty simple guideline, but it's countered just by being so chaotic and being difficult to execute, but you'll see that as the run goes on. We start with a grenade jump that lets us skip the early portion of the level, and we shoot the arm off this plasma rifle flood to make him follow us. This is to set up the library's most important trick, the flood bump. To keep things simple, some flood can revive themselves. When this happens, if you're directly on top of them and close enough to a door, you can skip segments by clipping through the door. As we move forward, we do a trick called shotgun swag, where we throw a frag slightly behind the shotgun flood to kill him, and it propels his shotgun right into our hands. There are just so many flood to worry about, but on the bright side, we get an overshield. Not so bright side, miss our nade jump. Even so, a sub 3-minute first floor is pretty solid and overall a great start. The 2nd floor has 2 scary moments: getting through this tunnel without being overwhelmed, and then not dying to the rocket flood. But if you're quick enough with a nade or a pistol shot, should be no problem. This brings us to Dark Door. We have a 40% chance of getting a reviver flood here and skipping this door. Oh, we're so fucking clutch, dude. Unfortunately, we still haven't figured out the library's other biggest trick, called Light Bump. So our library time is just going to be trash. Even so, a pre-cutscene time of 14 minutes and 20 seconds is great for us and something exciting to look forward to. I've been doing a new starting method on 2 betrayals that's been working pretty well. After hitting the button, I shoot to alert the sentinels, then wait for the Covenant to start attacking them. Normally, it helps me save a little bit of health, but sometimes... Don't hit me.
A starship's fusion reactor's going critical.
Oh, that one fucking kills, man. Now it's time for Bool. Bool stands for Banshee out of level and is the standard strategy for speedrunners in this game. And it's pretty easy to set up. You place your original Banshee in the hallway, set the new one up outside the door, and get into position. From there, look up and launch yourself out of the map. By doing this, you can glitch the Banshee out of the map and hit a series of triggers until the end of the level. But don't go in thinking this is easy. There's no way of seeing the triggers, and if you miss a single one, you cannot beat the level. Also, you won't get another checkpoint until the trick is over. The major downside here is that we still need to do the worst trick in the goddamn game, Banshee through Broken Door. The last pulse generator is down right around the 14-minute mark, and that's exactly where we want to be. Much like Assault on the control room, Keys is also one trick, but that trick is a flood bump. The problem is you need to get a consistent reviver flood to actually do the bump. Unfortunately, on this run, I was doing an extremely inconsistent method, resulting in not getting a reviver. And when I did, I just wasn't getting bumped through the wall, but that part is probably on me. So, much like earlier, we're just having attempt after attempt, fail after fail as our time just keeps going up. The great part about doing this trick is once you clip through the wall, all the enemies are spawned in but can't attack you. So you can just cruise through the rest of the level. All that's left is a quick distraction nade, short fall, and the level's over. Once again, this should be a 3-minute level at most, and it took us almost 10 minutes to complete. At this point, man, I just want to get sub 2 hours for this run. It's been an absolute disaster. So surely it can't get any worse, right? I don't know why I said anything, man. The mall is a mess. We crouch in this corner, and when the flood break through, we get bumped into the ceiling. From here, we follow a path that leads us through the next section, not having to worry about any enemies. Now, I wish I could explain more about the areas I'm jumping to here, but there's really no reason for it. I'm still horrible at going along this route, and as you can see by the fact that we're 6 minutes into this level, I've had to reset so many times. A quick grenade and rocket jump take you up to the top floor. Now we just gotta blow it up. 2 rockets take care of the first room, and 2 rockets finish off the second. A quick backsmack 180 no scope. Now it's time to drive. Uh-oh. And we nailed 360 swag. We walk it for the sub 2 hours. Dude, this is the worst thing I've ever done. What an absolute disaster. An hour and 54 minutes is almost 30 minutes over our goal time and bordering a 2-hour completion. This was a huge reality check for how prepared I am to do full game runs. When you're playing each level individually, you don't need to stress out because if anything goes wrong, you just start over. But for full game runs, one mistake is all it takes to reset. Even though our first run is so bad, there's a major point we're overlooking. That time save is gonna look amazing once we actually pull it off. Over the next few days, I learned a lot. Getting adjusted to full game playthroughs was the most important part, and understanding the sections where I'm just bad. Mainly, I need to get through POA and Halo around the 17-minute mark, put in some serious work on Truth and Reconciliation. Holy shit, dude. That was like the best grav lift wave I've ever done. Oh my god, that's my best TNR ever. Holy shit. Oh my god. And most importantly, learn light bump. Another POA, another bad time. Another Halo, no drop skip. I need to be better at these levels, but with the amount of resets in our future, we have plenty of practice ahead of us. TNR is my least practiced and by far worst level, so it's going to need some extra attention. In the meantime, we can be consistent on our middle levels. Man, these golds aren't just for show. That's a 440 silent cartographer, 518 AOTCR, and 630 343. It's time to talk about the newest trick in our arsenal, light bump. You can argue light bump is the biggest trick in the library with an automatic time save of at least 90 seconds. As you move into this room, you trigger one checkpoint, throw a grenade to delay the next, and stand still to get stuck inside this door. Once you're settled in this corner, you turn around, put your reticle over here, and hit 3 inputs. You hold jump, you tap crouch, and you hold right. Doing so will launch you into the ceiling, where you then jump onto the light. I'm still getting used to this next section, but it's another specific reticle lineup. Hold left, and you get bumped to the next section of the map, aka light bump. As we keep doing runs, light bump is going to be a major focus, and hopefully we start to get some pretty crazy library times. And looking at the live split, you might be thinking, wow, Bill, all right. A lot of golds here. What was your final time? No! Well, that would be the end of the run. Yeah, about that. Our next attempt was more of the same. Average Pillar of Autumn and Halo, followed by another horrible TNR. 16 minutes just won't work. But call me crazy. We're playing through it, and we'll see what happens. After that, we got through the library and TB without losing too much time and reached keys by the sub 130 mark. And you know, that's a big win in my book. Even though we can't hit our goal of 90 minutes here, this is still our best run yet. All we need to do is finish it. That was the plan, at least. The strategy for the mall should be simple. You hit a few jump spots, and you can skip all the enemies up until the reactor room. What followed was 8 minutes of attempts and fails until it actually broke me. I'm gonna fucking freak the fuck out, dude. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. I can't explain how much I'm sweating. I've been here for 6 minutes doing bullshit. This is crazy. I can't believe I'm gonna rage quit this, dude. Well, everybody, it's a rage quit because I'm gonna freak the fuck out. I can't do it. I can't do it. I don't understand. These jumps. I'm sweating so hard. And it's not, listen, it's not the pressure that's getting to me. It's so hot in here. This computer gets so fucking hot. I'm in a 6x6 office. I'm sweating my dick off. And I smell. I'm calm. I'm calm. It's fine. It's fine. At this point, the constant resets were really starting to get to me. Every time I was able to get a run going, I would either make a stupid mistake or the Halo gods would just do everything in their power to make things go wrong. Shout out the precursors or the forerunners. I don't know. Even small things I'd never had a problem with, like driving the Warthog in Silent Cartographer, were just not making sense to me anymore. I am the biggest choke artist anyone has ever seen. I don't remember how to drive right now. And this all led to a boiling point where I once again made it to 2 betrayals and once again choked. As I was flying up to it, I said to myself, make sure you don't press fucking X to get out. Make sure you hold back and change the graphics. And what do? We need a good run, and we need it right now. On attempt number 48, we got things rolling. Where did that body come from? We stormed through the Pillar of Autumn with one of our best times yet, 4 minutes and 52 seconds. Once again, didn't get drop skip, but went absolutely off with our combat to finish around the 12-minute 20-second mark. And on TNR, had some solid improvement with belly skip and the stick stack, but then followed up messing up in other areas, and it really set our time back. But finishing these 3 levels right around 31 minutes, great spot to be. The good news is that even when we have below average middle levels, we're still holding a solid pace. A 5-minute Silent Cartographer followed by sub 6-minute AOTCR and then a 6-minute gold 343. We're cooking. And seeing all the green on our live split, dude, #1 motivator right there. Even the library is great by our standards, reaching the cutscene close to the 14-minute mark. Everything was going our way. We just need to maintain. And with the amount of times we've completely broken down on 2 betrayals, we're due. And what happened? Exactly that. Our time could have been quicker, but getting the Banshee through Broken Door before 11 minutes, that's perfect. And finishing the level with 13 minutes to spare puts the 90-minute completion right in our wheelhouse. I wish I could say keys went off without a hitch, but why would it? More trouble getting a Reviver Flood, and now we need to PB the Maw to hit 90 minutes. For the first time in nearly 50 runs, we made it through our out-of-bounds jumps in a decent enough time, but since we hopped back in the map early, have a little bit of extra combat to deal with. And can someone please tell me, is there a health pack around here or anything I could have gotten? Because my health got drained.
Can't restart the council. The only remaining option is to detonate the ship's fusion.
Don't.
Master Chief.
I'm gonna run a train on these.
Spartan.
I'm just gonna be like, yum, 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 yum.
130 has come and gone. We were too slow in the reactor room. We had too many deaths. Our execution was way too slow. And I'm blaming it on my health here. The 90-minute completion has come and gone, but I can't complain. Our splits were incredible with just noticeable, massive improvement on each individual level. Surely, we're only a few runs away from making this happen. Or so I thought. We didn't have a run come close for another 60 attempts. Let me catch you up. No way. What would have been a sub 13 library and under the hour mark was ruined by a stray needle. But even with the death, our time isn't bad, so what else happened? No way I did this. There's no way I did this. Come on, dude. I have to just try again. But we continued on, and the run was still entirely possible. 13 minutes to go. A second try flood bump. 9 minutes left to go. All we need to do is land our jumps. With only the maw left to go, I ran out of storage space on my computer, and the video stopped recording. Luckily, I didn't break 90 minutes, so it really feels like it was meant to be. But we did beat our PB with 1 hour and 33 minutes. Now, I wanted to be furious about this run, but just imagine if I beat my goal time and didn't have a video of it. That would have hurt so much more. So many attempts, so many resets, just to fall apart on the final levels was absolutely draining. And to make things worse, restarting at the Pillar of Autumn is just a true test in trying to keep your sanity. But we just couldn't stop until we hit our goal. And on attempt 125, things started to fall into place. I just want to be done with this, man. You know, some people say being on the verge of crashing out is actually the biggest motivator. And if I didn't get out of POA, boy, I tell you, it would have been a scary sight. Really? No nades at all. I don't even know what I'm going to do here. That was the only thing I could do. I'm just glad it worked. But that doesn't mean the game was going to make it easy for me. Somehow we made it through the worst level in the game in 5 minutes and 11 seconds, and that's all right with me. Anything up to around 5:30 I consider playable. 5:11. It's bad, but I don't care. I just want to be out of that level. On Halo, I started putting a real emphasis on making sure I kill off these Marines. If we want to beat the game in 90 minutes, drop skip is essential. Every minute counts, and by nailing this, hey, that's one save. First dropship is nice and easy, 2 sticks and a frag. We snipe this grunt out of his ship and give this one a couple back shots. One good thing about all these resets is I'm way more comfortable with my nade placements, and it shows with an easy third dropship. Maybe? Holy shit, I did get it. I don't understand this trick. And would you look at that? Drop skip. The hard part of the level is over, and now we just need to hit our Warthog flings and we're in the clear. One down. And 2 for 2. Wow. Okay, this is good. We got really lucky with the Covenant running out into the open, and we're able to kill them off with plenty of time to spare before blowing up the rest as soon as they dropped in. This is a PB. Go, 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 go. PB, PB, gold, gold. Wow. As long as I do not mess up this TNR, man, we're in a very good spot. As I've said before, Truth and Reconciliation is by far the hardest level for me. 1, because I'm horrible at no-scoping with the sniper, and 2, there's just so many enemies where one wrong move and you're hit with 10 green guns, a needler, they're chucking nades. It's miserable. So we just take it slow and steady, and eventually we reach the gravlift waves. And listen, I know they're bad. We're not here to critique it. Call me cooked, call me chopped, unk. Doesn't matter. We made it through. And besides, belly skip is what really decides if this is going to be a good or bad level. Huge. Nice. And a 6-minute, 30-second belly skip? Oh my, exactly where we want to be. But the game gives and the game takes. It takes us an extra 2 minutes to hit this nade jump. After completely choking, we lose our gold with a 13-minute TNR. But we're through the worst levels, and we have a bunch of time save available to us still. One of the best parts about Silent Cartographer while you're on a run is that your hands are actually pretty warmed up, making it easy to go from spot to spot while throwing nades. Very good, I'm going for it.
They've locked the doors. We don't have enough firepower.
Go ahead, Cortana. Have you found the control center?
Nah, looks like we're taking the walk of shame here. I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it. I lost 40 seconds. It's fine. It's fine. If I can do AOTCR, it won't be a problem. Kind of crazy. I would jinx myself talking about AOTCR like that, but so far so good. A first try Banshee grab is huge. Where am I? Right here. Send me away. Please. Thank you. Of course, our second teleport is just our king. It is perfect every time. But more importantly, we made up a little bit of time and the run is very much still alive. With how often I mess up reveal skip, I did find a workaround that saves me some time overall. By killing off these jackals and delaying a checkpoint, you can set it up so a checkpoint will trigger in your nade spot. This way, no matter how many times you fail, you can just revert quickly to this spot. It's not good at all, but a 2-minute 30-second reveal skip is completely fine with me. Now, as long as we can survive and shoot down these sentinels, I'll be happy. That's one. Where is the other one? It's so annoying, dude. I didn't see him anywhere. The library is going to decide this run for us. If we can finish around the low hour mark, an hour 2, an hour 3, then we can 100% get a 90-minute completion. Perfect. First flood bump is good. Great. Shotgun swag is clean. And look at that. Our overshield nade spot is spot on. We're low on shotgun ammo, but overall, this is a perfect 2.5-minute first floor. That's bad. Okay, horrible nade. Looks like it worked, though. As long as we don't get killed by the rocket flood, we are in the clear. We got gifted there. We got gifted there pretty heavy. We get free shotgun ammo on the next floor and a health pack, but we don't even need the health pack. Let's go. Perfect first floor. A perfect second floor. And you know where that leads us. Dark door. I choked it. It's not gonna work. I get hit in the back out of the spot. I'm gonna fucking scream. Dude, I'm getting hit out of it. Okay. I don't want to talk about it. I genuinely don't want to talk about it. The only bright side here is now we know light bump. That's the only redemption we have. That was my best light bump ever. What could have been a huge time save turned into an absolute disaster. Over 15 minutes and still the entire cutscene to go. Goddamn dark door.
Idiots! Savages, idiots! Idiots!
Jesus Christ, damn, man. Down.
Our time might look bad, but the 90-minute completion is still possible. We need to lock in. And we've been in this situation so many times before. We just need to not choke this TB. Once again, this new starting method on 2 Betrayals has been amazing. Alerting the Sentinels so the Covenant get first shot on them just saves so much health. Here we go, hardest part, getting out of the map. As usual, we throw our plasma to delay our checkpoint, get the Banshee into position, and we wait for it to hit. Nice, dude. Didn't deserve that. Okay, so far so good. That one, for sure. This one, come on. Yep. Yep. This one, yep. Stop here. Right here, and then slow, and then just make sure we got these where they are. Right here for sure. Go through, yep, and then fly to the left, and then straight through. Right here-ish, and then right here, and then straight through. And then right here, and then we got one in this general area, and then we fly through. And then right here, and then straight through. And explosion. Nice. The second BSP load is actually one of my favorite timings I've learned in this game. After getting back in the Banshee, I shoot a Banshee bomb and hold forward. Once the circles finish popping up, I let go, and we're right above the next load zone. This is as smooth as two betrayals can possibly go. And from here on out, we get some indicators that let us know we've hit our triggers.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Take care of the next pulse generator.
And pause. Perfect.
One target.
Oh my god, that one was scary. I almost lost it there, but it's fine. And we've hit Broken Door at 9 minutes. Got it. I'm going to be honest, I cut ahead about 2 minutes because it took me a while to get this, but hey, still a great pace. All that's left is killing 5 Flood and hitting the last pulse generator. I can still do it. I can still do it.
Target neutralized. The Covenant network is absolute chaos.
Once again, 13 minutes is all that separates us from a 90-minute completion time.
Captain? Captain? I've lost him.
Nice. Look at that, dude. A first try reviver is huge. And not just that, we also get 2 free plasmas from the elite and a shotgun. This is the run. The plasmas are game changing because they're distraction nades. If an enemy sees the grenade before you, they'll put their focus on the grenade. And what a perfect example. We sneak past these Flood without alerting anyone for an easy fall. That was perfect. We have 10 minutes to complete them all. The driving, I'm not worried about. Just got to get this first section, man. We got this. We got this. We got this. Come on.
Enough systems below it to destroy the ring.
Scary start, but we're fine. Luck starts on our side. Normally, a group of Flood is around this corner, but for whatever reason, they decided not to spawn in, setting up an easy jump above the map. Now, as long as we take things nice and slow, we should be okay. No song because no enemies. That's interesting. I feel like it's throwing me off. It's okay. Right here. Right here. Checkpoint. Why do I do this, man? We bounced off the geometry into a reset. Just an absolute throw on my part. I'm just going in. I'm not dealing with that, dude. That's too fucking scary. Luckily, we made it back on our second try, but still, man, 40 seconds is everything. We reached the armory with one small problem. Our overshield is completely depleted, and that means we can't hit the nade/rocket jump and our timing will be off of the reactors. But that's okay. We get a health pack, wait a second to get some shield, and we're on our way up. Things get scary here. Things get a little intense, but as long as we give the reactors extra time to open, we should get through this no problem.
Exhaust couplings. That will expose a shaft that leads to the primary fusion drive. Good. Step 1 complete. We have a straight shot into the fusion reactor.
Perfect. First room. Second room, on the other hand, absolute nightmare. My first problem was activating the second reactor too early. Second problem, I waited for the vent to open. I have 2 frags in my inventory, meaning I could have blown up this vent without it being open in the first place. The result is zap. And another 30 seconds gone. The second try, I followed my own advice, and things were looking up.
A wildcat explosion of the entrance. Keep it up. Only one more fusion reactor to go.
Until this happened. So next time, we were just a little bit safer about it. We have 3.5 minutes until the hour 30 mark. Is it still possible? What is that? Someone please tell me what blew up there. I need to know. Like, you're lucky. You are lucky. It's an easy recovery. Oh my God, what am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? Dude, I'm a choke artist. I'm a choke artist. I'm trying to think ahead in the route, and I just fumbled the easiest part of this level. In my head, I was ready to bob and weave, and all I had to do was just drive straight. That was good. That's fine. Oh God, 360 swag, we have to. Okay, 180 swag. No, man, I'm watching the time tick away.
That's the ship. Move! We need to get aboard now! We're cutting it close.
You guys tell me, does this count? Does this count?
Here we go.
After 125 attempts, we accomplished our goal of beating Halo Combat Evolved Legendary in 90 minutes. Sort of. I didn't say under 90 minutes, so technically those 35 seconds, hey, there's no problem at all. Man, I don't know why, but like I'm coming to terms with like, yeah, I'm fine with this final time, and I'm hearing the score. It's just so good. I'm getting emotional. I have like goosebumps, but it's just a surreal feeling to hit this milestone. It's clearly the fastest time that I could get, but also is nothing compared to some of the other runners out there. The fact that someone can beat this game 30 minutes earlier than this time is completely insane and just so impressive. But to have our name in the number 48 spot next to all of these runners, I couldn't ask for anything more. It's been 5 months since I started to learn how to speedrun this game, and what a rewarding experience it's been. Even with this time, there's still so much room to improve, but that's for another day. If you enjoyed the video and want to become one of my war boys, do me a favor and like and subscribe. And while you're here, you may as well click on this video to keep the good vibes rolling. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.